everyone, and welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Video on the channel. Episode 53 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush just came out, and there are some things that happened in the episode that I want to talk about. So, here we are. Now, obviously this video contained quite a bit of spoilers for the show, at least up to episode 53, so if you don't want that, I suggest you turn off this video now and come back after you've watched Go Rush. Please also note that I'll be going over the sub as I have not watched the dub for this show. And now let's jump into going over episode 53. In episode 52, we got a lot of new information. UDS returned to Earth after ending the war in Velgyar, and discovered that the MIK, under new command, had taken over the entire town. It's also been 2 years for everyone on Earth, and Yuhi is acting disinterested in everything, especially rush duels. If you want to hear the full story, go watch my video from last week. I'll link it in the cards. But back to this week's episode. Remember the duel between Yuga-chan and Ryugu Phaser? Well, we finally get to see it in its entirety. Damamu gathers more videos, and Yudia says that he can use the Vuvu Jopa Vugryu. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Which is a reenactment device the Bulgarians use for strategy. Seriously though, why does Yudia just randomly have that? Anyway, we get to see the duel, and as soon as Yuga-chan takes his first turn, I immediately question what deck he's playing, but it's revealed later that he built a special deck just for the duel, and he's still using some of his old cards, so we're good. Of course, this in itself raises the question of how he knew the duel was coming, but I'm sure we'll find out in later episodes. Phaser uses an archetype called Abyss Slayer, which for some reason makes me think of Reigns. I don't know why. This archetype seems to revolve around having a monster-free graveyard, and Phaser is able to use it quite well. Both of them have cards that we're not sure where they got them. In the final turn, Phaser pulls out Abyssal Sea Dragon, Abyss Kraken, and beats Yuga-chan with it, which raises the question of where in the world did he get a maximum? And in the previous turn, Yuga-chan played Seven's Wonder Fusion, which no one watching the duel had ever heard of. When did he create that? Well, I guess it has been 2 years, so that's fair. We also learned that Yuhi was watching the duel the first time around, which Yuga-chan noticed. But when he finally says something to Yuhi, we don't even get to find out what it is because the video audio went to static. The visuals are still working though, which means we get to see why Yuga-chan hasn't been around. After he lost to Phaser, the Seven's relic flew down from the sky and shot a beam at him. We questioned whether he's getting abducted by Otis, but then Yuga-chan gets carded? Nani? This is not Arc 5. Why are people getting carded? They better tell us what in the world's going on here. One more thing I need to go over. We do find out why Yuhi's acting the way he is. He feels powerless and thinks that he can't do anything. He started feeling this way when Yudia sent them all back to Earth at the end of the last season. It makes sense that he would feel this way, but now Yudia has to figure out a way to get him back to the normal in the middle of all this Ryugu stuff. Yuhi is also being followed around by these three who call themselves the Yuhi Gang. Honestly, this is just the Crow situation, but worse. So that wraps up episode 53. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Have a great day everyone, and I'll see you next time for another Yu-Gi-Oh video.